Okay, guys, this is the homework, right? I'm gonna go over the homework. Let's do that. So here you just need to combine like terms basically, right? This is like adding and subtracting polynomials. So you can do 4b squared minus 3b minus 3b minus 7b cubed minus 2 minus 7b plus 2b cubed minus b squared, right? And now you need to combine like terms. So let's start with b cubed. So we have 2, right? So that's going to be negative 5b cubed. Then we can start with b squared. So we have 1, 2, right? So that's going to be 3b squared. And let's see what else. We have b, right? So negative 6, negative 13b. And then we have negative 2 left over, right? Negative 2, negative 7, and then negative 2 only. So negative 2. So that should be the answer. Let's check. That's the answer. Next. Same thing, right? Here, same thing. So I'm gonna subtract negative 6x cubed here, minus 6, minus 4x4, right? So just combine like terms here, 6x cubed plus 7x squared plus 4 plus 4x cubed plus 3x squared, right? So now we need to combine them together. So x4 is the highest power, so that's gonna be by itself, it seems, right? Now we have the negative 6 cubed with the negative 6 cubed, they cancel. We have the 4x cubed here. And we have the x squares, right? So 10 squares, 10x squared, and then we have the negative 2. Let's check. That's correct. Next. Same thing, but this time everything is positive, so we don't need to worry about anything. So we can start with the 4s, right? So 4 power, so that's going to be ending here, right? So that's going to be 6, that's going to be 9, n to the 4. And now n cubed, 1, 2, so that's going to be negative 7, and 3, right? Now n squared, 1, 2, so that's going to be negative 13 n squared. Then we have 5, 1, and 3, that's going to be 9. And that should be the answer. Let's check. That's correct. Now next, this thing. So this is just a FOIL, right? So this is 8p squared plus 4p minus 10p minus 5. So it's 8p squared minus 6p minus 5. That's number 4. Okay. Next, 5. So 5, we have to do 3x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3x minus 21x squared plus 28x minus 21, right? So you just combine, right? And then this is gonna be this thing, right? So that should be the answer. That's correct. Next. Again, we need to fold this, right? Okay, so this is 4p cubed minus 6p squared minus 12p squared plus 18p minus 4p plus 6. Now combine like terms, right? So p cubed is by itself. P squared, we have 2. Then p, we have this, right? And plus 6. That should be the answer. Mhm. Okay, this one. So we need to do 3 times this, right? So I'm gonna start with this 3 times this, right? So that's gonna be 20 and 4 minus 4 and cube minus 12 and square. Now we can do with this one 3 times, right? So that's gonna be negative 20, negative 35 and cube and plus 7n square plus 21n. And then we can do this thing, right? That last one. So that's going to be 35 n squared minus 7n minus 21. You can just combine now. Then 20n squared minus 39n cubed. This is positive 35, 42. That's going to be 30 n squared plus 14n minus 21, right? So that's that one. Let's check. That's right. 8. You need to expand this, right? So this is binomial formula, right? A squared plus 2ab plus b squared. 21 x squared plus 42x plus 9, right? That's it. Done. Okay. 9. So they want you to divide, right? So let's use long division. So this is 40n cubed plus 2n squared plus 30n. And we have to divide this by this, right? So that's going to be 4n. So that's going to be 40n cubed. Change the sign. So that cancels out. You start with 2n squared, just 5. I'm sorry, not 5. 1/5, right? 1/5, that's going to be 2n squared. 2n squared, that's going to change. And then you have 30n. So that's going to be just 381, right? 30. And yeah, that's right. So that's it. So that's the answer. This one right here. So it should be 4n 4n plus 1/5 plus 3. Yeah, 381. That's right. Now for this one, we can use synthetic division, just a review for you guys, just in case you forgot. So we can use synthetic division. That's going to be 4. I get this for doing this, right? Okay. N equals 4. That's the 4 from here. Okay. And then this is going to be 10, negative 46, 18. You just drop this 10, you multiply by 10, you multiply these 2. Okay. You multiply those 2. So that's 40. And then you combine like times here, that's going to be negative 6. Negative 6 and 4 is going to be negative 24. So this is going to be negative 6. So your answer should be 10n minus 6 over n minus 4. That's your answer. This one right here. Okay, that's your answer. Next, factor. So I'm going to use the AC method, right? Okay, so this is x squared minus 10x minus 3 equals 0, x minus 5, x plus 2. Actually, that's not going to work. So 3 and 1, right? Signs are going to be different. X squared minus, okay. So that's not going to work out, right? That's not going to help. So either you leave it like this, because you can say that it's a prime trinomial, and you can use the discriminant, right? Or you can yeah. So you can say that b squared minus 4ac. Let's check what is this thing. Okay. We know if it's greater than 0, if it's equal to 0, right? We know this, right? B squared minus 4ac is less than 0. So we have to check which case satisfies this problem, right? So you have to check the original problem, not the one that I fixed. So AC method doesn't work. So let's check. So B is going to be negative 10 squared minus 4AC. So this is 100 plus 9. So this is 36. So this is going to be, there's going to be a solution for this somehow. B squared minus 4AC. There should be an answer for this. Let's check. I'm not seeing the answer. It's me, not the computation. So let's see what it is. So 3, I'm going to complete the square then. X squared minus 10 over 3x, right? And then I need to find this term, minus 1. So B is going to be over 2 squared is C, right? C is this part right here. So B, in this case, will be negative 10 over 3 and everything square over 2, which is the same as multiplied by 1/2 to the second power, that's C. So that's going to be negative 5 over 3 squared, which is going to be 25 over 9. This is positive, by the way. Now you need to subtract that by negative 25 over 9. However, you need to multiply by the 3 from the outside, so that's going to be 75 over 9. And this is equal to 0. Okay? I don't know, I cannot find that factor. So this is going to be x minus 5 over 3 squared. Okay? And then this is going to be negative 75 over 9 minus 9 over 9, which is 0. So this is going to be 3x minus 5 thirds to the second power. And this is going to be negative what? 85, 84. 84, so I'm going to put it on the other side. So it's going to be 84 over 9. I need to multiply by 1/3. This cancels out. X minus 5 thirds square. I don't know why this problem is getting too hard. Okay, so 84 divided by 3, that's 28 over 9. And then you take the square root. And this is going to be x minus 5 thirds, right? Plus or minus. This is going to be 2 root 7 over 3, right? If you do the 28, that's going to be 4 and 7, right? So the 2 comes out and the 7 stays in. And at that point, you just need to add this thing, right? So this is going to be 5 thirds plus or minus 2 root 7 over 3. Or your answer is going to be 5 plus 2 root 7 over 3, right? One positive and the other one should be negative, right? That's the answer. But they want you to find the factors. So at this point, for the test, if you have something like this, you can just say that it's a prime trinomial, and you just use a discriminant and you just tell them that it's a prime trinomial, because if you do this, you're going to take longer, right? And you don't have too much time. I doubt they give you a problem like this on the test, because they know that you don't have that much time. But anyways, then you can go back and you can say that this is what x minus 5 plus 2 over 7 and that kind of thing, right? In the answer key that I have, they just leave it like that because they know you cannot factor it. Okay, they just say it's a prime trinomial. They didn't do anything. Okay, so you can say it's a prime trinomial. Okay, you don't need to do this thing. Okay, just say it's a prime trinomial. You can say that this is a prime trinomial and show the discriminant, unless they want you to do something, right? And use a discriminant. And with that, you're telling them that you know what you're doing. Okay, this one. What is next? 12, right? So here, I need to do, okay, here you can do too many things, right? But they want you to factor. So you're gonna have to do the AC method because this is not, there's no GCF here. For the 8, there's no GCF. So we have to do x squared AC method, right? Okay, so this is x squared minus ax minus 16 times 15. If you don't have your calculator, you can use your, multiply by hand, right? So here you will have to find the factors for that 240, right? So 240 will be 20 and 2, 60 and 2, 30 and 2. You have here 8, and that's not gonna work. 15 and 2. So you have 16 and, okay, let's do one more, 5 and 3. You have 6, 12, and 12 and 20 is gonna work, right? 12 and 20. So this is gonna be x minus 20, x plus 12. And that's equals to 0. And that's what they want, right? They just want you to factor. You don't need to solve. So that's it. You're done. Because they just want you to factor. Okay? You're done. Here. Okay. So GCF here is what? X, x cubed minus 27. So this is the difference of cubes, right? Remember? A cubed minus b cubed equals a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared, right? You need to remember that. And then you do this thing, right? So that's going to be what? This you can rewrite as 2x to the third power, and then minus 3 cubed. And this is going to be 2x minus 3, 4x squared. This is going to be, you need to multiply a and b, right? So you have a is 2, and b, 2x and b is 3. So that's going to be 6x plus 6x. And then this is going to be b squared, right? So that's going to be 9. That's it. You're done. Unless you can factor this out, but let's try. Let's see if we can factor this out. So this is x squared. I do AC method. 6x plus 36. That's not gonna work. Usually, when you are at this point, usually this one doesn't work. Usually, okay. Usually doesn't work. Okay. So, but you have to check. Right? So this is the answer. Okay. Next. This one. We have 6x squared. Factor, right? Okay. So 6x squared plus minus 5x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5x plus 1 equals to 0. Okay. So at this point, you have too many choices. You can use the rational root theorem, right? If that doesn't work, well, that's your last hope, right? Like, I mean, that's what you're trying to see if that one works. So you can, at this point, you can just start, you can do the factors of 6 and 1, basically. You have to check, right? So this is going to be a little annoying. So this is going to be 1. You can start with 1. So that's 6 minus 5 minus 7 plus 5 plus 1. So this is negative 12. And this is going to be 12. So 1 is a factor of that. So you can say x minus 1 is a factor. Therefore, this is one of the zeros. So now you can use long division to find the rest. I mean synthetic division, I'm sorry. So now you can do this. So that's going to be 6, negative 5, negative 7, 5, and 1, right? So this is going to be 6. You just drop that, right? It's going to be 6, 1, 1, negative 6, negative 6, negative 1, negative 1, 0. So this is going to be 6x cubed. It's always 1 degree less, okay? If this is degree 4, this is have to be degree 3, okay? Depending what you're dividing by. Since this is a binomial to the first power, that's the reason we're getting to the third power. So 6x cubed plus x squared minus 6x minus 1, okay? So that's what we're getting. Now we can do what? We can, let's see if factoring by grouping works. And indeed, it works. Thank God. Okay, so it works. So here, x squared, and then this is gonna be 6x plus 1, and then we have negative 6x plus 1, right? Negative 6x, negative 1, that works out. So we have x squared minus 1, 6x plus 1, with the other factor that we found original, this one, the green one, x minus 1. So this is going to be x plus 1, x minus 1, and then we have 2x minus 1, so that's going to be x minus 1 to the second power, 6x plus 1, and that's it. That's the answer, because they just want us to factor. So we're done. Okay? Okay, next. So here they want you to evaluate. Evaluate means just plug x in the function and get what's the value of y. So f of negative 6, so that's going to be negative 6 to the second power plus 10 minus 6 plus 22. So this is going to be 36 minus 60 plus 22. This is going to be 24, and this is going to be 49, right? Let's check. How many is that? 15. I need something here. 86 is 36 minus 60 plus 22. This is 36 minus 60, right? So that's negative 24. Oh yeah, negative 2. Sorry, negative 2. Okay, that's the answer. This one, you can use, there's something called the factor theorem, the remainder theorem. And basically, instead of you plugging this here in the function, you can use long division. I'm saying synthetic division, right? Because they give you 1, 0. They say at x equals negative 6. So you can do this, and you can just put 1, 6, 5, 27. You drop the 1, that's going to be negative 6, 0. 0 times negative 6 is 0. 5. Negative 6 times 5 is going to be negative 30. So this is going to be negative 3. So this is the remainder, right? So this is the remainder theorem. So this is going to be negative 3. So what my claim is that negative 3 is the same as when I evaluate the function here. And sometimes this one is easier than plugging in the function, because if you are doing by hand, this you're gonna take forever. I'm gonna give you an example, right? With this one, right? So if I plug negative 6 here, look, I have negative 6 to the third power. So that's not nice numbers, plus 6, negative 6 squared, plus 5, negative 6, plus 27, right? So this is gonna be what, negative 216. This is gonna be again plus 216 this time. This is going to be negative 30 plus 27. So this cancels out. We should get the same. So this is negative 3. So we get the same, right? So sometimes you can use, when you have things like this, you can use synthetic division. Okay? So call that remainder theorem. Okay. Now this thing. A lot of you were asking me this thing. So here you have to write a polynomial function of least degree with integral coefficients that has given zeros. So basically, the only thing you need to do is find the original polynomial. So this is the answers, right? So you go back. So this is going to be x minus 5. That's the factor. X minus, well, in this case, it would be 5 halves, right? Right? Because it's x minus 5 halves, right? Or you can think just, okay, what's the opposite? When you solve for x, right? X plus 5 halves equals 0, right? If you do this, right? X plus 5 halves equals 0, and you solve for that thing, you will subtract, right? So that means that this is the factor, right? So this will be x plus 5 halves, and then this is x minus 1, right? Now, you need to fix this one, right? The one in the middle. So this is going to be 2x plus 5 and x minus 1. For simplicity, I'm going to work it out with these two first, because that's easy. So this is going to be x squared minus 5x. X squared minus x minus 5x is negative 6x plus 5, okay? And then I have 2x plus 5. So I need to compute this thing, right? So this is going to be, I'm going to do this thing, this, and this. So this is 2x cubed plus 5x squared, okay? Then I'm going to work it out with this guy, this one right here. this, and that. So that's going to be negative, let me put that here, negative 12x squared. And then I have negative 30x. And then I can work it out with these two. So that's going to be 10x, and plus 25. So now we combine like terms, we get 2x cubed minus 7x squared minus 20x plus 25. So that's the answer for 17. Okay, that's how you do that. Okay, that's how you do that. Next, same thing, right? X minus 3, x plus 5 halves, x minus 1, x minus 5. So let's FOIL it, right? Before we FOIL it, let's fix this. 2x plus 5, x minus 1, x minus 5. So do these two first, right? Let's do these two. Oops, sorry. Let's do these two first. Or, yeah, doesn't matter. So this is going to be 2x squared, right? And plus 5x minus 6x minus 15. Now let's do these two. So that's going to be x squared minus 5x minus 1x is negative 6x. And then we have plus 5. So this is 3x squared. And this is going to be negative 7x, right? And then minus 10. That's it. That should be the answer. Let's check. No, I did something wrong here. I'm sorry. This is not right. I made a mistake here. What I need to do is multiply and then multiply. I should get 4 degree 4, right? Because I have 4 solutions. So let's do this then. Let's do the right side first, which is easy. X squared minus x squared minus 5x minus x is negative 6x plus 5. Okay, that's good. And now we have here this side, right? So that's going to be 2x squared plus 5x minus 6x minus 15. Now you need to combine like terms. So this is 2x squared minus x minus 15. Now this is right. And then this is x squared minus 6x plus 5. Now we need to, now we can do the expansion, right? So now this is going to be 2x4, right? I'm working with this. So that's 2x4, sorry, 2x4 minus 12x cubed plus 10x squared. Now let's do the other one. So this is going to be what? Negative x cubed plus 6x squared minus 5x. Next. Is this, and that, right? And we have negative 15 x squared, negative 80, right? Yeah, positive 90x, and then we have a negative 75 hanging out in here. So now we need to add them, and now we get the answer. So 2x to the 4 minus 13x cubed. This is going to be x squared plus 85x minus 75, right? That should be the answer. I think that's the answer. Let's check. That's 18. That's correct. That's correct. Yep. Next. Next is this one. So here remember this one, they come in conjugate pairs. Sometimes they don't give you all of them, but you have to know that you see this comes with this one, and this one you're missing one. So this is 3 minus 3i. So now you need to expand this. So this is going to be 1 plus I. But in reality, we're looking for the polynomial, right? So this is going to be x minus 1 plus I, then x minus 1 minus I, then we have x minus 3 plus 3i, and then we have x minus 3 minus 3i, right? That's what we have. So what we need to do is simplify this. So this is going to be x minus 1 minus I, x minus 1 plus I. This is going to be x minus 3 minus 3i, x minus 3 plus 3i. And if you notice, these four, two are identical. So look, this is x minus 1, and this is, so these are the difference of squares. So what I'm saying is this becomes this. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So basically what you need to do now is say, well, if these two are these two, then I need to go from right to left. So that means that this is x minus 1 squared minus the I to the second power, right? So that's this. And then I have to do the same thing here. So this is going to be x minus 3 squared minus 9i squared, right? 9i squared. Okay, so now you need to simplify. So this is x squared minus 2x plus 1. This is I squared is -1, right? I squared is -1. And that's going to be +1, right? And then you have here the same x squared minus 6x plus 9. And this is going to be plus 9 here too. Remember, this is the a minus b thing, right? The binomial expansion. A squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay. So now we need to multiply those things, right? But first simplify x squared minus 2x plus 2. And this is x squared minus 6x plus 18. And now we need to expand this thing, right? So that means this is 3 times, right? So this is x4 minus 6x cubed plus 18x squared. That's the first one. Now this thing, 2x with these 3, right? So that's going to be negative 2x cubed plus 12x squared minus 36x. And then the last one is going to be this 3 times, right? So that's going to be 2x squared minus 12x plus 36. So that's going to be x to the 4 minus ax cubed. We have here 32 x squared minus 48x plus 36, and that's the polynomial function for the 19. Double check. That's correct. Okay. Okay, that's how you do that. And here we have to do similar, right? Let me minimize it because I don't have too much room for this. Okay. Now this one, same thing. 2 plus 2i, 2 minus 2i, 3 plus 2 square root 2, 3 minus 2 square root 2. Now you need to solve, right? So that's going to be 4 minus 4i squared, right? That's this. Or actually, I forgot. I have to do the x minus thing, right? So this is going to be x minus, and I'm missing here 2 minus 2i. And I'm missing here 3 minus 2 square root of 2. So x minus 2 plus 2i. That's the first one. Then we have x minus 2 minus 2i. That's the second one. So I was working out with this and this. Now I have to do these things, right? This thing right here and this thing right here. So that's going to be x minus 3 plus 2 root 2, and then x minus 3 minus 2 root 2, right? So this is going to be what? X minus 2 minus 2i, x minus 2 plus 2i, x minus 3 minus 2 square root of 2, x minus 3 plus 2 root 2, right? So the same thing like the previous one, right? This is binomial, right? Binomial, right? This thing, a squared minus b squared, a plus b, a minus b. Okay. So now we need to expand this thing, right? So this is x minus 2 squared minus 4i squared. And then this is going to be x minus 3 squared minus, well, you multiply these two together, or these 2 root 2 squared, it's going to be 4 times 2, right? So that's going to be 8. Yeah, 8. Now we need to simplify further, right? So that's going to be x squared. I'm working with this. And x squared minus 4x plus 4. And I squared is negative 1. Negative 1 and negative 4 is positive 4. That's the parentheses here, right? And then I need to do the other one, right? This one right here now. Okay, so let me move things around. Let me move that here for now. Disregard this for now, okay? Don't get confused with this thing. Now what's next? I need to do the other one, right? X squared minus 6x plus 9 minus 8. So this is x squared minus 4x plus 8. And then this is x squared minus 6x plus 1. Now the FOILing thing, right? This. So this is going to be x4 minus 6x3 plus x squared. That's the first one. Then second one. This times this times this times this, right? So that's going to be negative 4x cubed plus 24x squared minus 4x. Next is this thing. Okay, so that's ax squared minus 40ax plus 8. Now you need to add this thing. So that's going to be x to the 4 minus 10x cubed, 33, right? 33x squared minus 52x plus 8. And that's the answer for that one. Okay. Double check. That was number 20. That's the answer. Next. Let me minimize this thing. Okay, so next, find all roots. So here I need to factor. So let a equals x squared. And then if you square both sides, you get this. So that's going to be a squared equals x to the 4. So this is what? A squared minus 3a minus 20a. If you don't know what I get 3a, I get it from here. Right? X squared equals a, right? So now factor. a minus 7, a plus 4, right? Equal to 0, a equals 7, a equals -4. Do back substitution again. So this is going to be x squared equals 7, x squared equals -7. Take the square root in both sides. Actually, this is 4, -4. So take the square root. This is going to be plus or minus square root of 7, and this is going to be x equals plus or minus 2i, right? So you have 4 solutions, the same as the highest degree polynomial, which is the fundamental theorem of algebra, right? Let's continue. Now here I can do by grouping, right? I think, yeah, that works. So this is x squared, x minus 4, and then I have x minus 4. So that's perfect. So this is going to be x squared plus 1, right? And this is going to be x minus 4. And this is going to be, well, we can try to factor this out because they say find all roots, right? Oh, they want us to solve. Okay, so that's easier. So x squared plus 1 equals 0, x equals 4. So -1 in both sides. So x squared equals -1. Take the square root. You know that square root of -1 is plus or minus I. And you're done. You're supposed to have 3 solutions, right? So that's it. Done. Let me erase this stuff. Okay, here. We need to simplify this thing, right? And they say use absolute value necessary, right? So this is going to be -4, 9 times 6, right? That's 54, x, y squared, c. So this is -4, comes out 3, right? Because the square root of 9 is 3. Stays 6 inside, x stays inside. The y comes out, but with absolute value because this is even, remember? When this is even, whatever comes out, odd is going to be absolute value. And then the c stays inside. So this is -12, absolute value of y, 6xc, right? That should be the answer. Just double check. Don't want to make a mistake. That's correct. That's correct. Next, this thing, 24, right? So here is very easy to predict. So this is going to be square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. x2 comes out, right? Because x4, 1/2, right? Remember, square root, if you have x to the 4, this is the same as saying x4 to the 1/2. So that's going to be x2, right? So that's the reason I say x2. And then I have to do, let's see, y comes out, but it's going to be y1. I have to put the absolute value, and c is going to stay inside, right? So that's it. That's the answer. Double check. Number is that 24, maybe 16x squared, absolute value y. See, yeah, that's correct. Next, this thing. So here they have 4 roots, right? So I can say this is what? 4, 2 to the 4 is 16 times 2 is 32, and 4, p, k4, k1, right? So I can take out the -2, the 4 root stays here. I can take that 2, oh my God, what happened? Where am I? Okay, here. Okay, so yeah, so the 2 comes out, the 2 stays inside, the m comes out, but I have to put the absolute value. The q comes out, I have to put the absolute value because they come from an even index, and when they come out, they come out odd, so I have to put the absolute value. And what else? And we have 2pq, right? That's it. That's the answer. Let me double check just to verify. 25, maybe 2, boom, 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 boom. Good. Next. So 224, right? Bit root. So this is 1, 1, 2, 2, This is 56 and 2, 28 and 2, 14 and 2, 7 and 2. So if I have 5, I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So this is 2 to the 5th. 2 to the 5th times 7 times x4. That's going to stay in here inside. Y5, Y3, C2, 5th root, right? The negative 2 is outside. So the 2 comes out, so that's going to be negative 4, right? Because if the 2 comes out, if this guy comes outside, that's going to come as 2, right? So it's going to be negative 2 times 2. So that's going to be 4. The 5th root here somewhere. The 7 stays inside. The x4 stays inside. The y5 comes as y1, but I need to put the, oh well, I don't need to put it because this is an odd index, so I don't need to put the absolute value. Y3 stays inside. C2 stays inside, so that's the answer. So that 26. 26 is 84y, 5th root 7x to the 4, y3, C2. That's correct. Next. Now they want you to do simplify, right? That's not a big deal. So let's see if we can simplify something before we compute. So here these two, they cancel. That's nice because they're opposites. And here we have negative 5 root 24, which is the same as negative 5, 4 times 6. So this is negative 5. The square root of 4 is 2. So that's going to be 10 root 6. That's it. That's the answer. This guy. Let's see if something cancels. Hopefully something cancels. Yes, these cancel with this. And then we have these two. So this is 2 root 4 of 4 minus 2 root 4. 2 to the 4 is 16, right? And 16 times 3 is 48. So that means that this is 2 root 4, 4 minus the 2, 2 to the 4. The 2 comes out. So that's going to be 4 root 4, 3, right? Because these two, there's 4, 2, so that comes out, right? And the 2 that is outside multiplies with the 2 that comes out. That's going to be negative 4 root 4 of 3, right? And then we cannot put them together because that's all we can do. Let me verify, and let's see, that's 27. That's correct. This is the answer, by the way. And then in 28, let's see. Yeah, that's right. That's answer. Let's continue. Okay, so here I have to do FOIL, right? Okay, so this is going to be negative 20, right? Negative 20, right? And then this thing, right? So that's going to be negative 10, 5 root this thing. Then this is going to be negative 16 root 5. So I'm now working with this, right? So negative 16 root 5. And then this is going to be negative 8, 25r. So let's see. I cannot simplify anything here. Negative 20, negative 10, square root of 5r, negative 16, square root of 5. The only thing I can simplify here is this. The square root of 25 is 5, so that's going to be negative 40 r, and 5th root of 16. Okay. Can I combine anything? No, that's it. That's the answer. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, next. Now the same thing. These 2 times, right? So that's going to be 8, 8, and we have 25k squared. And then we have negative 4, 15k, right? Negative 4, 15k. Then we have, now we need to work with the other thing, right? So now this thing, these two. So now this is going to be negative 6, 15k squared. plus 3, 9k. So that's going to be square root of 5 is 20. Square root of 25 is 5, so that's going to be 40. K squared comes out as odd, but because the index is even, I have to put the absolute value of k. Minus 4, 15k, that stays like as it is. Negative 16, negative 6. The 15 stays inside. The k comes outside as odd, but it comes from an even index, so I have to put the absolute value. And then here I have 3. The 9 comes out, so that's going to be 9, and the k stays inside. So then let me see if something I can combine. Nope, that's it. That's the answer. We double check. That's correct. And then the other one. Let's see, 29. That's correct. Next. Next is this, right? Okay, so I'm gonna 5/4 doesn't simplify. I'm gonna put everything into a square root, so that's gonna be 2 over 5, right? Because that doesn't simplify. 8, 8, 3, 8, 3, and 8, 2 is that this rule, right? So that's gonna be A1. And then we have B4 and B2, that's gonna be just B2, right? And at that point, let's see where we can simplify. So 5/4 square root of 2 stays. Yeah, square root of 2 on the numerator stays. Yeah, so this is going to be the b comes out as odd because it comes b squared over the square root is just b, the absolute value of b, because it comes from even index. And then we have the 2a here, and then we have the root 5 on the denominator. However, because we have the radical in the denominator, we need to rationalize, right? We cannot have that in the denominator. So that's going to be 5 absolute value of b, that's going to be 10a over 4 times square root of 5, that's just 20, right? And now we can simplify again the numbers, right? So that's going to be absolute value of b, 10 of a, and this 5 over 20 becomes 4, right? And by 5 is 4. Yeah, that should be the answer for 31. Let's see. Exactly, that's the answer. Okay. So let's continue. So 32. So here the only thing I need to get rid is the radical, right? So I'm gonna multiply by 6 in this case, because I already have a 6 here, right? I have a 6 here. So if I multiply by 6, that's gonna come out, and I have n squared, so that's the only thing I need to do. So multiply by 6. So this is gonna be 5 and root 6 minus 2. You can say 12 n squared over over whatever this thing is, right? So this is going to be 6 squared, n squared. So we have 5 and root 6 minus 12 is 4 times 3. So that's going to be, the 4 is going to, the square root of 4 is 2. So that's going to be 4. The 3 is going to stay inside. And the n is going to come out as positive n with the absolute value because it comes from an even index. And whatever comes out, comes out. That's the reason I need to put the absolute value. And here I have 4, the 6 gonna come out, and the n is also gonna come out. So I don't have the radical in the denominator. So this is 5n root 6 minus 4 absolute value of n root 3, and this is gonna be 24 absolute value of n, and that's the answer. That's number 32. That's correct. Next. Next is this. So here I need to multiply by the conjugate, right? I need to multiply by the conjugate. So I need to multiply 5 minus 5 k to the fourth, 5 minus 5k to the fourth, right? So yeah, I just need to do the FOIL, right? So here it's going to be 25 minus whatever is inside is going to remain the same, but I'm going to do I'm just going to multiply just in case some of you don't understand where I get this from. Okay, so this is going to be 25k to the 8 if you want to do that way. And here I have to do negative 10k to the third, and then minus, actually plus 2k to the 3, 5k to the 4. So I have 10k to the 3 plus 2k to the 3. Okay, so k4, that's going to be k2, and the 5 stays in there. I don't need to put the absolute value this time because I have k squared is always positive, so I don't need to worry about that. And I have 25 minus 5, k, 8 divided by 2 is 4. And that's it, right? So now I need to simplify this on the top. So I have negative 10 k3 plus 2k to the 5 root 5. And this is all over whatever this is, 25, 5k4. All right, let's double check. 3. That's correct. Okay. Okay, next. I need to find this, right? I need to solve for this. Same thing. I need to multiply by the conjugate. So that's going to be what? On the denominator is going to be 9 minus, I'm going to put it together like last time, 25x to the 4. And then on the top, I have, I need to multiply these times these two. So that's going to be negative 9, 3x squared. So that means that the 3 stays inside. X squared is going to come out as odd from the even index. So I have to put the absolute value this time. So that's going to be plus negative makes a positive 3, 15x to the 4, right? So that means the 15 stays inside. The x to the 4 is going to be x squared. So that's going to come out. And at this point, I need to simplify the denominator. So negative 9, absolute value of x, root 3 plus 3x squared, root 15 over 9 minus 5x to the second. And that's the answer. Let's check. 34. 9 absolute value. Yeah. Yes. 35. 35. So we need to solve these equations, right? Okay. We want you to check extraneous solution. Okay. No problem. So square both sides. This cancels out. So this is b plus 10 equals 100. You subtract 10 in both sides, you get 90, right? If you plug 90 in there, you're gonna get your answer, right? Right, because 90 plus 10 is 100, square root of 100 is 10. That's right. 36. You need to square both sides. This cancels. So this is m plus 6. This is 6. Negative 3m. Add 3 in both sides. 3m in both sides, you get 4m. Subtract negative 6 in both sides, you get 0. M equals 0. That's the answer. Next. I need to square both sides. 16 equals n squared. Take the square root, n is going to be plus or minus 4. However, you need to check for extraneous solutions. So you cannot say that is -4, because if you take the, we said that this is this, right? So if you, if you put for 1, 4, because you're squaring this, right? Yeah, because you're squaring this, the negative doesn't work, only work the positive, because that in here it will be -4, and this can be +4 as well. So negative doesn't work, only works positive. So the answer is just +4. So be careful when you're doing these things, okay? Next, I have to subtract -a in both sides. So this is 46 minus 7n equals n minus 8. Square both sides. 46 minus 7n equals n squared minus 16n plus 64. N squared, I add 7 in both sides. I'm going to get -9n. I subtract -46 in both sides. I'm going to get +18. This is equal to 0. This is going to be 6 and 3, right? So n minus 6, n minus 3 equal to 0, n equals 6, n equals 3. And you can check which one is the one that doesn't work, right? But these are the solutions. Okay, this one. I can square both sides right away, right? Square both sides. This cancels out since it's 3 minus x. Here I have 1 minus 2, 3x minus 2 plus 3x minus 2 equals to that, right? And now I need to compute, right? The like terms and this kind of stuff. So this is going to be -1. So this is -2, 3x minus 2, and plus 3x minus 1 equals 3 minus x. Okay, so let's see. Let's move these two to the other side by subtracting -3x in both sides and adding 1 in both sides. So if I do that, I get 4 and I get -4x, right? So at this point, I can divide by -2 if I want, right? Or factor, or yeah, whatever. -2. So this cancels out, and I get 3x minus 2 equals 2x minus 2. Now I need to square this one more time. So this is going to be 3x minus 2 equals 4x squared minus ax plus 4, 4x squared minus 11x plus 6 equals to 0, right? Because if I add 2 in both sides. So this is going to be x squared minus 11x plus 24 equals to 0. X minus 8, x minus 3 equals to 0, right? And now I need to divide by 4 because I did AC method, right? So that's going to be x minus 2, 4x minus 3. And if I need to solve for that, x is going to be 2, x is going to be 3/4. So these are the solutions. I need to plug it in to see which one works, right? Okay, you can try that. Sorry. Try that thing. Okay, next. They want you to solve these things, right? So here I need to subtract first -3 in both sides, and I get -3, 31 minus 2x, 3/2. This is going to be negative 2,187. If I divide by 3, I believe I get 729, I guess. Let's double check. 2187 divided by 3. It's going to be 72187, right? That's 8. That's 2. That's 6. That's 2. Yeah. 27.9. 729. That was right. 729. Let's do that. Okay, so now I need to do what? Okay, now I need to do the, I need to do to the power of 2/3. and here I need the power of 2/3. So this cancels out. I get 31 minus 2x equals cube root of 729, which is 9, right? Cube root of 729 to the second power, that's going to be 9 squared, right? So this is 31 minus 2x, and that's going to be 81. Negative 2x equals 81 minus 31, so that's going to be 50 minus 2x, so that's going to be negative 25. Okay, so that's the answer. Next, same thing, right? Almost the same. Negative, I subtract negative 3 in both sides, and I get negative 4, 5, 8 equals negative 2, 6 minus 3x to the 3 halves. Now I need to divide by 2, so I get 729 again. Is 6 minus 3x to the 3 halves, and then I need to 2 to the power of 2/3 again. It's similar to the previous problem. So this cancels out. So this is 6 minus 3x equals cube root of 729. Let me do that. 729 cube square. That's gonna be 9, right? 9 and then 81 minus 6 minus 3x. So this is gonna be 75 negative 3x. So x equals negative 25. Okay. Almost finished this thing. Simplify. So we need to factor basically. N minus a and 4, right? Yeah, that works. That works. Actually, no, 16 and 2, right? What is the factor? So 32, 8, and oh, these have to be the same sign. Okay, 32. Okay, so this is going to be n minus 4. So the excluded value is x equals 4. So the domain is negative infinity, 4 union 4 infinity, right? That's it. That's the domain. Or you can put the excluded value is 4, right? You can do like that. Okay. Next, 5 n minus 10. The GCF here, right? GCF. And here 9 n squared. So that's going to be n minus 10, right? So this cancels out. 5 9x squared. So the excluded value is 10. So the domain is what? Negative infinity, 10 union 10 infinity. Oh, and also 0, I forgot. So negative infinity, because 0 cannot be 2. Negative infinity, 0, union, 0, 10, union, 10, infinity. So this is the domain. Okay? Or you can put just the excluded value is 0 and 10 if you want. Now this one, GCF on the top, right? 5x plus 6. On the bottom, all are divisible by 3x, right? Because that's, yeah, all are divisible by 3x. So this is going to be x squared plus 9x, right? That's going to be 27. And this is going to be, what is this? 18, right? 18. Okay, so now you need to factor. So this is going to be x plus 6, x plus 3. So this cancels. So you have 5 over 3x, x plus 3. So what are the excluded values, right? So the excluded values are negative 6, negative 3, and 0. So negative 6, we said negative infinity, negative 6, union negative 6, and negative 3, union negative 3, 0, union 0, infinity, right? Negative 3, negative 6, union negative 6, negative 3, union negative 3, 0, union 0, infinity. Yes. Or you can say excluded values are 0, negative 6, negative 3, right? Okay. That's it, right? Okay, now we need to simplify expressions, I said. Okay, so that's not a big deal too. Move this thing around because too much thing. Okay, next. So simplify factor, right? So this is going to be n minus 8, n plus 7, that's 56. That works out. Sorry. And then 4 cancel out with this 4, right? So I can cancel those things right away. And then on the bottom, I have 3, n minus 8. So this cancels, so n minus 7, and then 3. That's it, right? So this is the answer. Since they're not asking for excluded values, I'm done. Next. Here, I have to factor, let's see, GCF, right? For the first fraction. So this is c k squared. That's going to be k plus 2. On the bottom, we have 6 k squared 2. And this is going to be k plus 6. And then times k plus 6 plus 3. Right? And then we have in the denominator 3k squared. So this cancels. These cancels. So we have k plus 2, k plus 3, 3k squared. That's the answer. Okay. Okay. This one. This one they already simplified for me. Oh, that's easy. So now the only thing I need to do is keep chain flip. So this is going to be 5 over 2 from keep chain flip, and then I have x plus 6. That's it, right? Because this one you keep the same. The only thing is flipping is this 5 over 2. So this is going to be 5 halves. And 5 times 1 is just 5, and 2 times x plus 6 is just 2x plus 6. That's it. Done. Next. This one is n plus 8. So n plus 8 with n plus 8, they're going to cancel out. I already know that. So these two, they simplify. Because when you do the flip, then they're going to simplify. So the only thing you have to figure out is this part. N squared minus 6n plus 5 over 2n squared minus 2n factor. N minus 5, n minus 6, right? And I'm sorry, n minus 5, n minus 1. Yeah, that works. So then here on the denominator, you have 2n, n minus 1, right? So 2n times n is 2n squared. 2n minus 1 is 2n. So this cancels out, and then the answer is n minus 5, 2n. Next. Okay, so here I have 40x cubed. I can see it through, but I'm gonna do it because just in case you don't see it. So keep chain flip. So this is the numerator now. So this is x plus 4, x minus 4 for the binomial difference of squares. And then this right here is the denominator now. So this is x minus 6, x minus 4, cancel, 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 cancel. So 40x cubed over x minus 6. That's the answer. Okay. Next. Here, I mean, here you can do basically not too much. So this is going to be b plus 3. Here is going to be b minus 6, and b plus 6, b minus 2, right? Yeah, that's all you can do. And then here, I mean, negative. You can multiply top and bottom by b plus 6, b minus 2. And you can simplify that on the top, right? 6, b plus 6, b minus 2. At this point, it's just combining like terms. Actually, you can simplify. You need to multiply here by 2 and 2, right? To have the same denominator. So we have 2, b plus 6, b minus 2 over, we have here, yeah. So this is 2b plus 6 minus, the top is going to be, we can do 6. Then you can expand that, right? So that's going to be b squared minus 2b plus 6b plus 4b minus 12. And we need to go further, right? So this is 2b plus 6. Let me simplify this more. Here we have 2b plus 6 minus 6b squared plus 24 minus 24b minus 72 plus 72. And this is all over, well, whatever this is, 2b plus 6, b minus 2. I'm going to simplify the numerator. And this is going to be negative 6b squared. And this is going to be negative 22b. And then this is going to be 78. Okay. And then this is going to be 2b plus 6, b minus 2. That's it. You're done. Okay. So the equation, oh, there's one more. This one. So here you have a complex fraction, right? Fraction over a fraction. So let's multiply by 3y here, and let's multiply by 9x here. So that's going to be 12, right? Yeah, 12 minus x squared y over, okay, 81 minus xy. Okay. And let's see, we can simplify something here. Oh, they don't have GCF on the top. You can just leave it like that. There's nothing else to do here. Next. Here, I need to solve for the equation. Remember to check extraneous thing, right? This is the last one, right? Yeah. Okay. So here I'm gonna multiply by 5b squared, okay? Then that's gonna cancel out the 5b with the 5b, so that's gonna be 6b squared, and minus 5b squared, so that's gonna be 25b, right? And then this is gonna be equal to 5b. So 6b squared minus 30b, right? If you subtract negative 5b in both sides, this is 0. 6b b minus 5, right, equals to 0. 6b equals to 0, b equals to 0, b minus 5 equals to 0, b equals 5. And you need to check which one doesn't work, right? So 0 doesn't work right away, I can tell. 5, it's okay. So this is the answer. This is extraneous. Okay. This one, 53. Multiply by x minus 6. So that's going to be 4 equals x minus 6 minus 1. Yes, 1. So 5. Let me double check. 4 equals x minus 6 minus 1. Yeah. So this is going to be 5. X minus 6, 11. Let me double check that one. That's right. Next, 54. Multiply everything by 2x squared. So that's going to be x squared equals, oh, yeah, well, I could do that from the beginning, right? Before I do that, let me fix it first. 1/2, because you have the same denominator, you can just add up the numerator. So it's going to be 4x plus 5, 2x squared. Now I can multiply by 2x squared. So 2x squared, that's going to be x squared equals 4x plus 5. Subtract negative 4x minus 5 in both sides, so that you're going to get this. So x minus 4, actually x minus 5, x plus 1, x equals 5, x equals negative 1. Next. And make sure that you check the extraneous thing, okay? Extraneous solution. If both work, then that's fine. Next one. 4n plus 24. And then I have the same case. I have the same denominator, so that's good. So that's going to be n plus 6. Now I need to multiply both sides by n minus 1. right? So that's going to be 4n plus 24 times n minus 1. And then here I have n plus 6. Now distribute, right? So n squared, 4n squared minus 4n plus 24n minus 24 equals n plus 6. 4n squared plus 20n minus 24 equals n plus 6. 4n squared, subtract negative n and negative 6 in both sides. So that's going to be negative 19n, and it's going to be negative 30 equals to 0. Now you have to, because the 19 is an ugly number, don't do AC method, do the quadratic formula right away. So n equals negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. 2 times 4 is 8, right? Remember, this is a, this is b, and this is c, just in case you forgot. Quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay? And then you get n equals negative 19 plus or minus. This is going to be 361. This is going to be positive, negative, and positives are negative. Negative and negatives are positive. So this is going to be 16. And then this is going to be 180, right? Yeah, 16 times 3. Yeah. Actually, 16 times 3 is 480. Sorry, 480. This is 8. And then this is going to be n equals negative 19 plus or minus. This is going to be 1, 14, 7, 841, right? 1, 14, 841 over 8. X equals negative 19 plus or minus. Let's see. What is the square root of this? 29, I think, is the square root of that. Let me see. Yeah, 29. 29 over 8. X equals negative 19. X1 plus 29 over 8. X2 equals negative 19 minus 29 over 8. Solve for that. So that's going to be 10 over 8. So that's going to be 5 over 4. And then the other one is going to be, what is it, negative 48, right? 48 over 8, that's going to be negative 6. So these are the answers for that problem. So you have to check if they work out or not. Okay. So that's it. That's the end of this test, or I'm sorry, this assignment. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a nice afternoon. Bye.